Hey, everybody, welcome to the Doodle Dad Podcast. I'm Justin Lopez with Supreme Doodles of Texas, and I'm joined here with
Kenzlee Lopez.
Kenzlee. How you doing this morning?
Good like always.
Good like always. Hey, so today we want to talk about one of the most common questions that we get during a selection process. Do we pick a male? Do we pick a female? Which one is smarter? Which one is more hyper? Do you have one that's calm? What are the personalities? Their personality is gained really once they grow up. Here's what we do know. Golden Doodles that come about our program, they're not going to act like a pit bull. They're not going to have the temperament of a pit bull, right? What we know is that puppies coming out of our program are not going to shed like a lab. What we do know is that dogs coming out of our program are not going to yap like a chihuahua. Those are the kind of things that we can confidently tell you. You know, we always talk about, on the Doodle Dad podcast, we talk about transparency and what you get out of us. We are going to be transparent and truthful to you. When the puppies are born, let's talk about that. They really don't start scooting and moving around until they're about 2 weeks old. Their eyes open at week 2. At week 3, they really start to get their body strength, their leg strength. They start to really move around. Their heads aren't as much as bobbleheads. You know, they start lifting their heads. They start gaining that muscle. At week 4, they are able to walk to a food bowl. We start weaning at week 4. They start walking to their food bowl. At week 5, we actually get to then take them out of the doodle room and introduce them into grass and start that potty experience, that foundation for potty training at week 5. At week 6, go ahead.
We'll take pictures in the grass and we'll take videos. When we're taking videos, if me or Daddy, we walk away, they'll follow us. I mean, they're going to follow you everywhere.
They start walking and gaining that confidence, that personality, if you will, that you're talking about at week 5.
They get used to it.
Yeah. At week 6, we go to the vet. They get vet checked. And they go home between week 7 and 8. My point in telling you this timeline is that puppies are puppies are puppies. Like, they have their own personality. What they gain with us is that foundation. We build the foundation, you build the home. When that dog goes home to you, that's when they start learning who they are as a puppy, as a dog. Breed tendencies are real, what we just explained from a pit bull or lab perspective or a chihuahua. You know, lean on those breed tendencies. Lean on what we know from a golden doodle. We know that a golden doodle, at least from our program, is not going to shed because we really breed back to a poodle to get that most of that hyperallergenic gene. But lean on what we know from a golden doodle perspective. They are calm, they're loving, they're affectionate. Those are the things that we know that will come home to you from a golden doodle puppy. Lean on the tendencies of what we know about a golden doodle. Their energy level is not gender-based. Your energy level does not determine a male or a female. Early stimulation that we introduce here at Supreme Doodles of Texas. It's daily exercise and mental engagement. How much you are involved when that puppy comes home at 7 or 8 weeks. How you are involved is what shapes that puppy's personality. How you are involved at home, the time that you devote, is what shapes that puppy's temperament when it comes home to you. When they're here, they are in full-blown puppy stage.
Yeah.
And they really, mostly, for the most part, all act the same. They all act like puppies. They're very confident. They're very loving and compassionate. When they come home to you, that is when that dog starts to grow who they are. Right, Kenzlee?
Yeah.
You can put the same dog in one home and another dog in the same litter in a different home and have 2 different outcomes based on that family's availability, their work schedule, how much you're able to devote to a golden doodle really comes from what you put into it. Gender does not dictate clinginess. I've seen clingy females and independent males. I mean, so
Yeah, like some of our males, they'll just like they'll see like one of the females running around being by us, and then the males are just like looking around all tough and serious. I'm like, okay, well, bye.
so I think what puppy families really should be asking, and don't take this the wrong way. We want all your questions. We want here at Supreme Doodles of Texas to build that relationship with you. We care where our puppies go. We want it both to be compatible from a family perspective and a puppy perspective. So we're here to help you navigate that process and talk you through it. But I think what puppy families really should be asking themselves, and we're happy to walk you through it. But
Like,
what does your schedule look like at home? How
Yeah,
much
like-
are you able to devote to this puppy to build it and train it to what you want it to be? Supreme Doodles of Texas, we have the Doodle Dad Podcast, but I also work a 9-to-5 job. And so, to Kenzlee's perspective, we devote time to our dogs.
it's kind of like a schedule
yeah.
each day.
It is. It very much is. The point of the podcast today is don't spend too much time worried about male or female. Don't spend a lot of time worrying about the temperament and personality of
They're
a
all the same.
4 to 8 week puppy. That is
Yeah.
built when it comes home to you. Really, what you're probably looking for is already there. Don't get hung up on male or female or what the personality is of a puppy at 4 to 6 weeks old,
Some
because that's
people-
truly what they are. They're puppies. You want to create a strong foundation for your dog, and that is already built when you get one from Supreme Doodles of Texas. What does that mean? Daily handling. We our puppies are handled daily from Kenzlee and I. We also have exposure to kiddos, which is important in our program. Kenzlee is with them. I've got nieces and nephews that come over. Our producer actually brings her kiddos over. That exposure, that daily exposure that you get from Supreme Doodles of Texas is the foundation that you're looking for. It builds that confidence. And so we're proud of the foundation that we give. And that's what's important when choosing a new puppy to become your new best friend. So thanks for tuning in to hear us out when you are trying to determine male or female and personalities at that particular age. Don't fret it. Don't stress it. Thanks for joining us here at the Doodle Dad Podcast. If you're wanting to be a part of a puppy that has a strong foundation, visit our website, www.supremedoodlesoftexas.com. We've got some puppies available, and we're excited to welcome them into your home. Kenzlee, tell them what they need to do.
They like, subscribe, hit that follow button, and turn on notifications.
Thanks, everybody.